Insert 4-second clip. Hey, what is up guys, it's Unit KBA back for another video in Transport Fever. So today, what I thought I'd be doing is I'm going to do a custom, like my dream kind of city, well, more than one city, but I want to start a series where I actually get in depth with Transport Fever, looking into the little things. Now I've got a fuck ton of mods installed on this. Apparently we're at Staley Bridge, small city. I have got the industry mod, and I am going to be using that because I don't like having all these around here. It's all good, and I know that why they're out there, but I actually want to, like, I want to do like an area where all of the industry stuff, all of the products that make a city grow, like the commercial and the industrial stuff, I want all of them coming from one place. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not what the game's meant to do. Well, hence why it's blah, 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 blah. I can't decide what I want to say. That's why I want to do my dream build in quotes. So obviously I'm not using costs. Now I have been playing a lot of this game, be like off camera and everything, just to really see how it works. Now on my other worlds, which I may show you at points, I don't know, I'm thinking about it, maybe. One of them I have been running legitly, so I've not used any kind of like any of these mods. None of these are installed on it or anything. I'm using all of these. I'm using the proper costings down here, so obviously nothing cost me unless I paid back the loan. But otherwise I've been doing a lot of creative stuff just to get my head round some of the ideas that I wanted. So in my head they seem good, but when I put them down and actually did them, they look shit, basically. Just straight up shit. So yeah, that's what I want to start off by doing. Now this episode I'm literally just going to get started. I'm going to get like where my main kind of, where I want to start off in. And I've had a quick look before I start recording, and I want to start here. Cause, or is it over here? Yeah, it might have been over here. Yeah, I want to start here purely because I can get a circular line in here. Now I have got the terrain set to medium, not flat like I normally do, even though flat still has a shitloads of hills in it. But I'm going to use this as a base of base of operations, shall we say. So there we go. These are the five cities I'm going to start off with. Now what we're going to be doing today is we're going to get all of the cities up and going in terms of transport. Now I'm not doing anything with the industries this video, just transport, getting the cities ready for like receiving the transport, fucking hell, like receiving all the goods and building the road networks that are going to facilitate. Because what I've seen on the others that I've been doing off camera is that I've put in medium and maybe high density roads, and then all of a sudden they get everything all they need. So they get the goods, they get the food, they get the tools, they get the machines, they get the fuel, and they get the construction materials, all 6 of them all at once, and the city just booms. And I've not actually managed to get, I've not properly got stuck in, purely because of how long it takes to get some of these. Now there is one world which I've got a distribution center, so like all of the resources come from like an area like this. I'd build loads of red networks, bloody hell, road networks with just all the industries around here. And then I have a freight terminal, and then it goes off into its sectors like that. Yeah, exactly like my mouse is doing. And it works to some extent. Now the design is a little bit flawed, purely because of how the train systems, and I have got my head around the trains. Just so you know, I've got my head around those trains. The little fuckers. It took me a while. I've been watching a lot of Sky Plays, he's been doing he's been doing his builds legitly though. But I must say that voice break though. I must say he's fucking phenomenal at this game. And yeah, I just wanted to say that really. And I've got some really good ideas now that the whole distribution center idea is originated from one of his videos, but I've took it and taken it for my own kind of how do I explain this? I adapted it to how I imagine things. Because he doesn't use this mod, whereas I do, because I'm a little bitch. I can't be arsed doing it properly. So yeah, so what I've seen is that just road traffic can't handle it, as well as having the buses and the trams. Now I'm probably not going to use the trams because they're a bit too tedious for my liking. I prefer to have the buses, but I will set it up properly as if I was doing it with money. Like I have making sure the vehicles get replaced, even though they don't need to, because they'd never really die. If that's go out of service, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. My brain's not working today. But when is it? That's a better question. No. I'll set all the replacements, properly name the lines, really get into it, and I'm probably going to be deleting like each city at a time, and then yeah, just getting it ready. There's no other way to describe it. But anyway, I've yapped on for far too long, so I feel like I want to start with Coventry, and what I want to do is I'm going to keep this road network in here because there's no bridges until there by the looks of it. So I'm thinking about doing a bridge, and I'm probably going to get some kind of port going when the cities get big enough and the train. Actually, do I need to? No, never mind. I'll probably put a bridge across there and have that as a major road network going across, and then I'll have another one down here and hopefully expand this city across to there, which is highly unlikely because it's a bit of a bitch to get a city to grow in a place that the game doesn't want to. Anyway, so what I'm going to be focusing on is I'm going to make sure that this road network down here is, it's capable of receiving a lot. And I'm just basically going to redesign it a lot. So what I've seen most people do is that they completely destroy, leaving a few houses in here and there, otherwise the cities just completely die anyway, and you just can't get them back. Sorry. And that fucking annoys me. Look at this. Just build a straight road. So I'm gonna sort all that out as well. So with that, I'm gonna get straight stuck in. I'm gonna explain. I'm not gonna do time lapses until I get really into the series, but I'm going to get rid of all of this, and I'll smooth out the land as well because it annoys the shit out of me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this bit here, but I'm going to leave that in, and that's our source of residential. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely get rid of all of this. Probably leave that in. Get rid of all of this. Right. So just before I continue, I'm going to put that on high, get the biggest brush we can, and I'm going to sort this out. So obviously Ben's been going all out with his videos recently. We've started cutting down the video lengths to about 20 minutes ish to half an hour, if we can. We're not just going to engineer the videos so that they have to end at a certain point. It's if we come to a good stopping point, we'll stop. But for the majority, I want to keep these videos down to about 20 minutes ish. Now it is hard with these kind of videos because of how much I like talking and how much there is to do. But anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting in the backbone of this. I want this to be the main. This is going to be our main connection road, so this is where all of the traffic's going to pass through. But what I'm also going to do is I'm gonna have like an outer ring, I think. Now I know that this doesn't have too many connections, so I don't know whether this is gonna need it actually. So what I'm thinking is if we have a connection coming out here like this, and then possibly do it over here as well. Nope, you've come out the wrong way. Like so. Now before I do anything else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting the train stations in, because all your residential grows around the train station mostly, from what I've seen. And I'm going to pre-plan what I think is going to happen. Now I like doing circular lines. The lines that I do always have to go somewhere, so then I can do a clockwise and an anti-clockwise system. It bugs the shit out of me when I've got to create ugly tracks. So what I had in mind is that these 5 cities here, and probably stretching out down there, I'd imagine, probably leave him out and leave him into a circle that goes across there. But I'll have a circular coming around here. So there's 2 tracks already. And then I'm going to assume that I'm going to be bringing one from across here. But I also then need it to link up to here as well. Just purely because of the way that this is positioned. Now what I have done in one of my other builds is I've done a right outer ring which goes all the way around like the outskirts of the map, and it did work, but a lot of people were just jumping from going on the inner circles, then jumping to another station and going across there, and then jumping from city to city as much as they could, and weren't really utilizing, is that a word? If it's not, it's now a word. But they were using the outer line only if the next stop was the place that they wanted to go to. So I don't think I'm going to do that this time. So the only issue that I have is where am I going to bring all this in? Because where's this going to go? You know, if I bring it in here, where is this going to go? In fact, where's that one going to go? If I bring it in here. See, this is the issues that I have. This is why I spend hours on end on this game, is because I don't want it to be a reverse track where it just then stops and then goes back as well, because then I might as well just have a terminus. So if I've got a ring here, guys, help! See, that this is going to bug this shit out of me for the next hour now. Unless I don't have it into this station and I do it into this one instead. So say we have a one that comes across here, goes through there, comes up back along here, and then we have a second track going there. So then we only need that one track. Yeah, we're going to do that instead. Right, so train tracks, train stations even. I'm not going to use the elevated ones, I don't think. Or shall we? What do you reckon? Can we curve these ones? No, we can't. Bollocks. Can we curve this one? Because I really like the... No, we can't. Train, no, fuck it, we'll go with this. Right, so we've got 2 tracks, we're going to have a high speed, 320 meters, going to obviously have that. Right, okay, so we're going to have, bloody hell. Kind of want it to be there though. Should we just have it like that? Shove that there. So then that curvature has to follow around to there, because that train station's going to be on the outside anyway. Yeah, fuck it, let's have it like that. Right. So, we're going to have to rethink this idea. But first, I think I'm going to have to let this city grow back first before I do any major work to it. Is that a good shape? That'll do. No, I want this to be... Is that a good shape? Yeah, we'll have that like that. Just quickly get rid of that one. And we're going to stop that there, because what we're going to do is we're going to drag these lines out like so. So then we can structure the road around it, because I don't like putting the the crossings in. That they slow down traffic so much. Before I do anything else, I keep on saying this. I know. I'm sorry, but there we go. Looks a little bit more fluent now, if you ask me. How do I... Oh shit, what did it... Oh, I've played that many games and there's so many different key combinations. No, I don't like it. So, how much of a gradient is that? Can we stretch it out further? Nope, stop it. Can we go back up? No. So like so. And then what about if we have it up to about there? And then we'll just simply get rid of all of this up until about there. Put that like that, and then join this in. Again, still forgetting to put my phone on silent. So good. And then we'll have that linking in like that. Get rid of that road. And then we'll have a large country road coming in from wherever it's going to let me bring it in from. Fuck's sake, come on. I knew this was going to be a bad idea. Right, what? Right, so if that goes up like that, and then that's like that, and then surely we can just upgrade this little bit of road. There we go. Right, that'll do. That'll do. Right, what are you moaning about? Right, just tell me that the road connection's knackered. So if we just quickly get rid of that till there. We just drag that like that. So we just got a nice smooth kind of road leading from there, and then oh fuck it, I might as well do it all now. We'll bring that into there. Probably going to tell me it's going to have to delete some buildings when we get there, but fuck off doing that. Can you tell it's done it to me a few times? No? How could you guess? Yeah, that'll do. I mean, I was slagging it off not 5 minutes ago saying how curvy it is, but we can deal with it, I suppose. Upgrade this bit down. Donkey fucking munchers. Because apparently people munch donkeys. There we go. We don't really need this, do we? Right, smooth all of this out, smooth all of this bit out, and all of this bit over here. And of course all of this as well. Right, so the next job that we've got to do is to get this bit going as well. So we need to decide what kind of curvature we want. But we can't make the train slow down too much, can we? I like that. That's a good curve. There we go. So that's in 260. That's not too bad. I've never seen a train get up to a decent speed anyway. Right. So now we're gonna have to re-engineer this one again. Oh, why do you insist that you've got to get rid of the track? Fucking annoying that. Right. Actually, could we? There's one steep grade in that. Train alignment. Look at that. No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that. Seriously? Right. Right, so if we put that like that and then we have this coming back up like so. I mean, it's not as horrible. Fuck it, we'll accept it. And once again, we smooth it out. You might be wondering, well, why not just do a bridge? See, I've got a different plan for that. And purely because of how close some of this is anyway. So we get rid of that. Fuck's sake. Saw that one coming really, shouldn't I? Should have seen that one coming anyway. Right. So all about this public transport though. Right, okay. Shush. Right, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to let the city grow back because I now need to get rid of this bit. I need to get rid of this because I need to do all the bus station and all that good stuff. I need to do all the road networks for along here, and I can't whilst there's no city there, otherwise I'll end up deleting it all. So let's speed up a bit of time, see if it starts growing back. Hope it does. Did I just see a car just randomly drive? Okay then. Apparently we're in Back to the Future now. I don't think it's going to grow back. Check we should connect this back up as well. There we go. Oh my god. There we go. It's all. There we go. Everyone's starting to move back in. So I'm assuming like this game, like it has a minimum that it wants. Like across the years, it wants a certain city level. Because it tends to grow back. They all tend to grow back to a minimum. So like you'll see it's going to start putting all these road networks in now. Like over here as well. And I feel bad because we are about to destroy it again. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Although this road here, what it's creating, that could be useful. So I'm assuming that thought it would be. So all of the commerce is going to go along here, probably. And it's probably going to mix with the industrial. And then all the resident will grow around the train station like I said it would. I don't know what's happening over here, but we'll just have to see. You know, this city might not grow back as quickly, but it has started to, thankfully. Now I'm just going to run you through a couple of things, like why I've chosen to do certain things. But basically, all of this is to do with, like, this is the main backbone, and then obviously we've got our little, I don't know why the industrial estate's decided to park itself there, but I'm just going to quickly upgrade these roads whilst I'm talking. Commercial always tends to go near it. Right, let me just, do I get rid of it or don't I? Because then that's more gone. No, I'll leave it for now and then I'll get rid of it if I need to. And it looks like it's starting to expand across here. Now I am trying to persuade it to grow around here, so I'm going to put a couple more bus stops down whilst I'm talking again, just for a couple more lines. That I could potentially want. And then obviously I've got my main station opposite, my main bus station anyway, opposite the train station. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with this side. Obviously if I turn second street connection off, then it'll get rid of this side, and I can't really, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'll have a little bit of a think and see what happens. But yeah, so the whole idea behind this city is, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that all of the traffic's going to go up there. Now I'm probably going to improve these at a later date, but for now they're a start, and this is the general idea with most of the cities. I have the train stations here. Now as far as how the freight's going to come in, I'm not sure yet, but that's something that we'll think about at a later date. So for this video we are pretty much done. Next vid we are going to go across to this town. Now this town's going to be a lot easier to edit, and I'm not going to do as much, or whether I just do all of these off camera, and then next video we can get to getting these bus lines. Well, I mean I've just quickly put that line in, but I'm not going to put any buses on it yet. I'm going to just let it grow, so it could possibly be up into the 2000s by the time I've finished growing the cities out. But we will start to look into like getting these the trains connected once I've redone these cities. Now this one I'm looking forward to, because this train station is gonna come right through the middle there, and I think that's where I went wrong with this one. This city was probably too small and just wasn't enough there to edit. But yeah, see how we get on. And that is done for this video. Let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions, any tips, or what have you, just let me know in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.